has a nafs, but with different degree of realization of conscience. But since the nafs al-insan is the only one having free will, is it a different nafs or simply a higher nafs? This is question A.
Normally, philosophers say that everything that has life has nafs. We have nafs nabati, we have nafs haywani, and we have nafs natiqi. So they don't say nafs for non-living beings. For non-living beings, they don't believe in nafs. Then, when it comes to those things which have nafs, as I said, those who are vegetative or animal or rational soul, then the ability to choose between different options is mostly, when it comes to moral and immoral options, right and wrong, this is for human beings and jinns. Human beings and jinns have freedom in the sense of choosing. And animals have will. This is why we call in definition of animals that they are hassas and mutaharrikun bil irada. They act according to their own will. But their will is not coming through choice, in the sense that they have moral choice and immoral choice, or good choice and better choice, or bad choice and worse choice. No. It's only human beings and jinns. So this type of nafs comes with freedom of choice. Other types of nafs, they don't have this.
The next question is about, this is in a series of questions about nafs al-insan. In the theory of unity, how do we understand that every nafs as a conscious being, multiplicity between parentheses, are related or aspire to melt in unity of Allah? How to understand that every nafs as a conscious being aspires to melt in the unity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Against the ocean we are, but doesn't this go against our instinct? Sorry, I'm just trying to rephrase the question. So in the theory of unity, how do we understand that every nafs is a conscious being that aspires to melt in the unity of Allah? It seems that it goes against our instinct to disappear into the ocean if we are but a drop. Meaning the person is asking, doesn't it seem that our instinct is not to melt into a single unity, but to somehow keep some kind of uniqueness to ourselves, and to wish not to melt into an ocean if we're nothing but a drop to begin with? This is what I get from the question.
Yeah. Our understanding of unity is not that we disappear or we stop to exist, we cease to exist. We don't believe that we will be united with God in the sense that we become part of God, for example. We believe that we can get closer and closer to God so that little by little impurities go away. Darkness and burden of the sins go away. We become pure and purer. And then we would start loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when there are no impurities, and feeling so much attracted towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you tend to forget yourself. You are more focused on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are more mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you rarely get chance or need to think about yourself. You are fully at the service of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and fully indicating the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what you say is what he wants. What you eat, what you drink, what you look, what you hear is what he wants. So you become like a mirror. The mirror is still a mirror, and this doesn't disappear as a mirror. But the reality of mirror is no longer significant. What mirror reflects and shows is more important than the material from which the mirror is created. So, in my humble opinion, we can become mirrors and signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we reflect His light to others, and we would not reflect our impurities or darkness to others as much as possible. And we would not ourselves also be busy with our own personal problems and limitations. We would be more focused on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And therefore, I think in that condition, you would be very happy, because you are so much seeing the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and feeling that even your own problems cannot make you unhappy.
Another salam from Sister Zainab in Edmonton. She had to just go for salah. To follow up with the question, the series of questions here, it says, even the inner feelings, ilm huduri, confirm to us that we are a nafs that is separated from other nafs. From all our attributes, is it, perhaps they're referring it refers to the nafs, is it the only one that is unique to us?
What?
The question, it's saying, I think what is being said is that we know in a huduri way that our nafs is separate from other nafs. So is it correct, therefore, to say that our nafs is the only thing that is unique to us?
Our nafs is unique, our body is unique. Actually, philosophers say everything that exists is unique. التشخص مساوق للوجود. Anything which exists has unique identity. But this does not mean that we have no connection. We have a very close connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but at the same time, we are different from each other and we are different from Him. This identity, this uniqueness is there, but at the same time, we are very much connected to Him.
Sorry for interrupting. So the last part of this series of questions is this one. Is it possible to understand that things are created and sustained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's power and will all the time? For example, the same way we are able to sustain an image in our mind. But how to understand adding a nafs that has a conscience and free will in our mind, since that would imply that we would lose control of it? Can you please elaborate on our relationship as free agents? The exact sentence here is, please explain our conscience relation with Allah, but I think what's meant is, please explain how we can be agents of free will that are sustained by Allah, and Allah still has control over us.
So our free will is not making us independent from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our being and our freedom to choose are given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He lets us decide, but it's not that we bypass His will. If He wants us not to make any decision, there are thousands of ways that He can stop us. In the first place, He can stop our existence. In the second place, He can stop our attention. He can just make you forget. Or you may exist, you may remember, you may decide, but he can bring lots of obstacles. So, therefore, we believe if someone does something bad or disobeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not because he has gone out of control. Allah has lost his control, or Allah is defeated, na'udhu billah. He lets us to choose whether we want to obey or not to obey, but in both cases, he has ability to stop us. But normally, for the larger interest, he leaves human beings free to do what they want, normally. But there are cases that he may not let them carry on with what they want to do. So we have freedom, but at the same time, we are fully dependent on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Thank you very much, Sheikhna. Some salams from Brother Ali Riza and Sister Nikhat.
Alayhim assalam. Where are they?
They are in Winnipeg.
Okay.
They are in Winnipeg. We are 5 minutes away from 1:30, so perhaps it would be, alhamdulillah, we did really great progress with the questions. Inshallah, we'll continue with the other ones next time. At the moment, it would be good to perhaps exchange greetings between us and between everyone on the